of 31 million. But you spent 91 million. Why? And who approved that?
Mr. Chair, thank you very much. We will not try to justify the infractions. We accept that we overstepped our boundaries. I think the most important thing is that we have put in place measures to control expenditure, to make sure that we stay within the budget.
You are the CEO, right?
Yes, sir.
This happened in 2023.
Yes.
This happened in 2023. And just like Honorable Abnao Siasari said, it's the way that you guys spend money at ECG. Another one, you said cleaning expenses. 2.8 for that. Hotel expenses. 9.3 million was your budget, but you spent 12.2. Staff fuel. Hey, did they drive around the world? Budget was 2.8, and you spent 3.6 million. 3.6 million. Communication expenses, ECG, 7.9 million. Consultancy, budget was 40 million, but you spent 58.6 million. All these you did it on your own without even board approval. Industrial relations, your budget was 2 million, but you spent 13 million. Stakeholders' expenses, your budget was 3.1 million, and you spent 49 million. And you want to increase our tariffs. Publicity, your budget was 5.7, and you spent 21.8 million. Professional fees and subscription, you are supposed to spend 731,000 cedis, and you spent 1.5 million. Overseas travel expenses, you are supposed to spend 14 million, and you spent 29.8 million. Call center expenses, you are supposed to spend 23.5 million, you spent 29.3 million. So budget approval was for 144 million, you spent 333 million. That's excess of 189.2 million. The recommendation over here is that sanctions under Section 96 of the Public Financial Management Act 216, Act 921, should be applied to the officers involved. We also urge management to efficiently monitor and control the company's expenses. CEO, those managers who were involved, I'm recommending that they need to face the Attorney General for prosecution. It's just simple and short. You spend all this and you want to come and increase our tariffs. Now let's go to the next one. This is our unremitted withholding tax of 70.9 million. What has happened to this amount? By the way, auditors, note about sending them for prosecution.
Madam Chairperson, Subsequent to the audit finding, ECG has paid in 5 installments 35,934,131.49 of the amount not remitted.
Sir, what is the law on withholding of taxes? What is the law? Ghana Revenue Authority.
I think 14 days.
14 days.
Yes.
And now we have 70.9 million. You say, how much have you paid?
35.9 million.
I think this is another one for Attorney General to deal with you. So, clerk and then our auditors, let's make sure they face the Attorney General on that one. Let's move on to the next one, please. Paragraph 158.
He said,
Honorable.
Thank you, Chair. So this infraction has to do with underpayments of revenue collected to SOEs and IPPs to the tune of 1,292,171,000. So the auditors reviewed the cash waterfall mechanism report and noted that ECG declared total revenue of 8,637,759, but paid only 7,345,588,000 to the various state-owned enterprises and independent power producing companies, leaving a balance of 1,292,171 undisbursed. So the auditors on the revised cash waterfall mechanism model, and they also further recommended that the head of ECG should be held liable for the remaining balance of 1,292,000. MD, can you tell us what has happened to the situation? What has happened to the amount? What has happened to the officer in question?
Madam Chair, I can say the allocation from the cash waterfall. I can say that from February this year, collected into the collection account, and the cash waterfall mechanism committee allocates the funds. The allocation is approved by the Energy Security Committee, chaired by the Chief of Staff, and we have paid all the allocations made to each entity. So we have complied fully with the cash waterfall mechanism. Okay.
That's the first aspect.
We're still carrying that as debt, outstanding debt. Okay.
To give his ruling, because one hands.
What happened?
Madam Chair, ECG used it, but we're not saying that withholding it is justified, but ECG used it.
Use it for what? Wasn't that supposed to be shared with the SOEs and IPPs?
Madam Chair, the power we buy, if ECG were operating 100% efficient, no losses, the power we buy is still higher than our revenue. The cost of the power is still higher than our revenue. So I can say that even now that we are complying with the cash waterfall mechanism, we are not able to pay for the full cost of the power.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
That you are buying ECG higher than you are selling to us. I can understand that. But if you should use, do you just do it on your own or you ask for permission?
That's exactly why we have decided full compliance with the cash waterfall mechanism. So the decision is not made by ECG whether to pay or not to pay. We are complying.
So, respectfully, can you tell us what the 1.292 billion was spent on? Because you said ECG used it. So can you tell us exactly what the 1.292 billion was spent on?
Madam Chair, some of them were used to pay our contractors. Some of them were used to pay for liquid fuel, buying liquid fuel for generation, and other creditors.
Buying liquid fuel for generation?
For power generation.
But I know Ministry of Finance was also paying for liquid fuel for power generation.
Not always. ECG pays sometimes.
Yes, but Ministry of Finance also paid some contractors. Contractors that were on your procurement plan for the particular year?
Yes, madam.
So then if you have contractors that you had to pay in a particular year and you didn't have funds, you are saying, you are confirming to all and sundry that the contractors you paid were on your procurement plan for the year 2023, yet you did not have money. But what does the law say? That you don't spend monies that you don't have. So that if you are supposed to pay contractors, as you claim that they were on your procurement plan for the year 2023, and you did not have money, why did you dip your hand into the cash waterfall mechanism in other firms in that space, and then you used it to pay contractors? Clearly, you have flouted the law.
Yes,
so
madam.
when the auditors came, why did you not show them all the expenditure you had made on the 1.29 billion? Because the auditors are saying that they did not have a view of that. And so we should find out from management.
Madam.
Subsequent to the audits and not when they were there. So auditors, can you confirm whether some were used to be mentioned here?
Yes, Honorable Chair, when you look at their response, they indicated what they used the amount for, and they subsequently provided supporting documents to that effect.
Thank you, but it is still a breach. Mr. CEO, you agree with me? So that
Yes.
is why I say painfully that looking at all the infractions that you have been cited here for and the quantum of money involved, if we should manage the resources we have efficiently, that you have put in place, you can shake your head efficiently. We can adjust and help support the difference in what you buy and how much we pay for. Thank you.
Honorable Chair, thank you so much. In terms of the quarterly increment, it is not necessarily quarterly increment. There is always a review based on the, even with the IMF agreement, a review. So it's not like on a quarterly basis, automatically we have to increase. So that is what, but
Minister,
I think that
only
with
time
the,
will tell.
no, but I think with what you are, the inefficiencies that has been pointed out now, it is something that we have to look at it critically and try to avoid it, or as much as possible, we should avoid it. Currently, in terms of the ministry, for instance, quarterly or on a monthly basis, the cash waterfall, for instance, the minister always wants to ensure that not even a cedi is retained by ECG. And I think if we should carry on with this, most of the inefficiencies that we have actually been pointed out to us will not be repeated. And when we do it said this way, there will be a quarterly review, and we may even see prices going down or tariff going down. I said we may. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister. The next infraction is on paragraph 168, and Honorable. It's on paragraph 163, and Honorable Abena Osaya Sari will take care of that one.
Thank you. There's an under-declaration of revenue collected. According to the audit service, you collected a revenue of 11.59 billion Ghana cedis, and you declared 8.637 billion Ghana cedis. There's a difference of 2.95 billion Ghana cedis that you failed to declare. So you see what I'm talking about. See you. A difference of 2.953 billion that was not declared, even though that was collected. And per regulations, 47 of the PFM regulations, you have fallen foul of the law by failing to disclose. Please tell us the current status of this undeclared amount of 2.9 billion Ghana cedis.
Madam Chair, we have tried to respond to that. And we have corrected that action. Okay. So right now, all our collections are transparent. In fact, Madam Chair, all my collections go into an account that is monitored by the CEO of PURC and the Minister for Energy and Green Transition. So there's no way we can hide our collections anymore.
So, CEO, the underdeclared revenue of almost 3 billion and the underpaid revenue of almost 1.3 billion, that alone gives us 4.3 billion Ghana cedis. 4.3 billion Ghana cedis. Minister, I pray and hope that moving forward, as you said, the right thing is being done. But that notwithstanding, the 2.9 billion, what was it used for? And whatever it was used for, have you shown it to the auditors, and have the auditors cleared you of this infraction, the 2.9, almost 3 billion Ghana cedis that was not paid?
We have provided evidence to the auditors what it was used for. Most of it is for projects, for loss reduction, to replace obsolete. We exceeded the procurement plan.
Chairman, for this sitting, I'll need you to rule on this before we move to the next one. Thank you.
It's a procurement violation. And even though the auditors did not recommend any sanctions, you're already going to see the Attorney General. So we'll add this one to it. So those officers involved, they will have 3 cases to deal with the Attorney General on it. Thank you very much, ECG. The next infraction is on paragraph 168, and Honorable Gape will take care of that one, please. It's on part payment of procurement without a written contract agreement. Those that I'm recommending to me, the Attorney General, it is not the office, it's the officers who were involved at that time of the audit. So they are the ones who are going to meet the Attorney General, not the current ones sitting out here who haven't done anything wrong.
Thank you very much. This infraction...
I'm sorry? The CF. No, those people who were there at that time of the audit. Oh, if they are here, oh, then they'll be part of it. They will see the Attorney General. You see, those people who are involved, when the Attorney General rights to them. They will go. Don't worry.
Yeah, this infraction refers to part payment of procurement without written contract agreement. The cost is about 75 million Ghana cedis. What is the status with regards to this?
Madam Chair, the contract has been signed. It was signed in March of 2024.
It was signed
in March of 2024.
That was after the audit.
That was before the audit, but the audit was from January 2023 to December 2023. So at the time, there was no contract when the payment was made.
In the first place, why will you even make a payment without even contract? There is no contract.
Let me make it easy. Public Procurement Act 2003 as 663 as amended. The recommendation is for us to sanction you. So ECG, those who are involved, signing, paying 75 million Ghana cedis without a contract, you are going to meet the Attorney General. So, clerk, have it out there. This is 4 infractions that they're going to meet the Attorney General. Thank you. Let's move to the next one, please. And it's paragraph 175. Honorable Akwesi Kwenedu will take care of that one.
Chairman, thank you very much. This infraction has to do with the argument or the excuse that they are a state-owned enterprise converted into a company, and therefore, not you told the auditors, per the audit report that we have in front of us. But the auditors disagreed with you and said once you take tariffs sanctioned by the state as IGF, it becomes state funds, and therefore you must be subject to the PPA arrangement in terms of procurement. And even with that, your own manual for procurement talks about competitive tendering and selection. To them, you did not go by any of these, and you went ahead and single-sourced a procurement service. And they recommend, Chairman, Section 92, because it's a procurement infraction, and therefore I revert to you to be part of the infractions as so directed to the Auditor General, Attorney General.
So this was and you didn't go through, and that should be applied to the officers involved. Procurement Act stated above in all of these procurement activities. And again, auditors and clerk, you add this one to the issues they are going to answer to the Attorney General on it. This is a major violation, and those involved should face the law. Thank you very much. The next one is on paragraph 182, and Honorable Day will take care of it.
Thank you, Chair. This infraction, and then the second one, also what we call project legacy costs, has to do with Haptel company providing collection services for ECG. And in the year 2024, a total amount of Haptel charged a fee of 148.9 million Ghana cedis. The issue is 2023, I'm sorry, Chair. Thanks for the correction. And this, the above condition is deemed to have affected the company's ability to independently verify the total revenue collected because Haptel deducted the amount upfront before remitting what they have collected. And deducted upfront may affect reporting. Now, the auditors made two very significant recommendations. One, that management goes into a designated bank account before payments of commissions are made to the service provider. Number two, the auditors also recommended that further management
was urged to ensure that Haptel Limited sends monthly billings of fees charged on revenue collections before payments are made to the service provider. Now, this is to ensure that it provides an audit trail for revenue collections.
My first question is, what is the status of implementation of this recommendation? Then let me just ask the second one so you put all together. The second one has to do with unjustified. It was realized that 101.1 million Ghana cedis was deemed to be from some unexplained costs that were recorded on the books of ECG. Now, this is what the recommendation, or this is the recommendation of the auditors. ECG and Haptel for provision of match and 101,043 Ghana cedis, 98 pesos in respect of service fees for transactions processed from the 1st of November 2020. However, management did not pay transactions from which the cost was derived. The balance for other activities. Disallowance of the purported legacy debt of 101.1 million Ghana cedis. Madam Chair, answer.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. What we call commission for collecting, for the providing the payment platform for us to collect money. So customers want to buy electricity, they use their mobile money, and they pay us. We are calling commission. Truly, it's not that Haptel collects the money for us and then we pay a commission or provide a service and we pay. We have, and we have given this to our lawyers. In fact, we just engaged a lawyer to help us to review all our contracts, our major contracts. Mobile money, the MOMO fee that MTN or Telecel will collect, those who pay them before they go and pay. It means that we will have to pay additional. But the Payment Services Act, which was passed in 2019, that is regulated by the Bank of Ghana, allows them to deduct the money as source. So we want to reconcile compliance with the law, and we have started that process. In terms of the legacy costs, we have engaged Haptel to provide us with the evidence. We've been working on this for some time. We only received the documents from them, the data from them yesterday. We have not reviewed it yet, and to see that it is accurate. We have not done that yet. Mr. Chair, I want to confirm here that we have not paid, have earned this money.
But, Haptel issue is something that I've already referred to the Attorney General. So your lawyers, our auditors over here, when we get to court, this thing.
Yes.
If the board was involved, they will also be in court to explain why they approved this single source thing. The board should be added to it. when the Attorney General gets it, they will call the board also. So, sir, this is out of our hands.
And
Just
Mr.
let's
Chair,
move
I
on.
just want to add that we have negotiated the rate, the fee that HAPTA charges for us, and to see whether we can have further.
Office, we feel so big that we want to do whatever we want. Forget about the law. And then when there's a problem, then the plan will take care of that one.
Watching us, and issued under the loss reduction program. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, we started implementing the BXC project sometime in 2007, thereabouts. The meters we installed those days, we needed to keep spares for replacement. So these meters were spares that were kept to go in and replace them. Over the period, technology has changed. So we've moved now to start using prepaid meters till 2005, thereabouts. So it was a new technology for us. Okay. So technology has moved on, and we are now using MMS meters. And those spares we kept, apparently we kept too many of them, so we have not used them. We have received a report, we commissioned an evaluation, we should not use them, and we cannot use them. Okay.
Mr. Chair, can you bring Attorney General? Thank you.
So the 5.1 million Ghana cedis meters that you purchased is obsolete now.
A lot, and we installed a lot, the majority of them. These were spares, additional meters. So the value was much more than this, but yes.
Would there be any cost to the customer?
No, when we replace an existing...
I wish you could have something. If you could disguise yourself to go to ECG and tell them you need a meter, you will find out whether they are charging them or not charging them. The next infraction is on paragraph 198, and Honorable Enim will take care of
2,200 and some purchase orders. Realized that ECG made a payment of $30,730,260 to various local suppliers for items which cover $983. The interesting part of it is that when these items are, and it's quite interesting, it's a tall list of local companies. And here the auditors try to do an analysis of how much it would have cost us decided to pay to these local contractors. And for some of them, Mr. Chair, it's quite interesting that for something that we could have purchased for just $643,000, we purchased from a local supplier for $2 million, which we could have purchased for $1,211,000. That going forward, ECG deals directly with these original manufacturers, and the second one is to apply the sanctions per Section 92 of the Public Procurement Act. ECG, first I would like to find out what you have done on the first recommendation, and two, steps you have taken on the second recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Most of these things were sole sourced, and we have changed from that. We are applying the Public Procurement Act. We have started competitive procurement. I must say, though, that not every manufacturer of the materials and equipment we used is interested in supplying directly to us. We have suppliers here who reach out to them and take on the risk of doing business in Ghana. And so not everyone manufacturer wants to supply to us. The cure to that is competitive procurement. Now, when you advertise the opportunity, if the manufacturer is interested, they will participate in the bid. If a supplier wants to be a middleman and is interested, they will also participate in the bid. But at the end of the day, you get the best price. We've advertised some of the opportunities in the newspapers. So it's competitive procurement using the public procurement.
They can ECG themselves paying the duties and the demurrage for these items when we could have gone there ourselves to purchase. But now we give it to a local contractor who, in practice, should just deliver to ECG office. But now we pay duty and demurrage on these same items. And can you also tell the committee how much duty was paid for all these items?
Mr. Chair, when you procure items, the price you pay depends on the risk that you are passing on to the supplier or the manufacturer. So the price is a measure of risk allocation. And when you are importing goods, you have the Incoterms that define how much risk is passed on to the supplier, and therefore what the responsibility the price. So ECG, because we are big and we import a lot of things, we have a shipping department that is licensed to clear goods. So we try to reduce the price by taking on some of the responsibilities. Okay.
MD, I want you to stop there. So we are looking at the risk in ECG procuring directly from the original suppliers as against us procuring from a local manufacturer. But 1,430,000, and then we now go ahead. We could have gotten 643,000. We decide to buy at 2,073,000, and we still go ahead and pay duties, clear them, and this is still a cost-effective way of procuring items.
Mr. Chair, I did not justify the price. I tried to explain why sometimes we choose to clear the goods ourselves. But the price matter, I dealt with it in terms of competitive procurement. Okay.
Thank you, MD. So, MD, my last question would be, how have you dealt with these officers that were involved per Section 92 of the Procurement Act?
Would depend on your guidance here.
Okay, Chair, I think we are in your hands now.
Thank you very much, sir. If you read of 17 million US dollars, which could have been used to offset power producers like Bay. Now, the auditor's recommendation, we recommend to management of ECG to deal directly with the original manufacturers, local and foreign, and desist from splitting procurement orders to local suppliers to safeguard the financial resources of the state. We further recommended that the officers whose actions or inactions cause the infraction should be sanctioned in accordance with Section 92. So the offenses relating to procurement. 1, any person who contravenes on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding 1,000 penalty units, or a term of imprisonment not exceeding 5 years, or both. Auditors, what is a penalty unit? How much is a penalty unit? I think probably. So okay, thank you very much. So 1,000 penalty unit. 2, the following attempting to enter into a conclusive agreement, whether enforceable or not, with any other supplier or contractor where the prices quoted in their respective tenders proposals or quotations are or would be higher than would have been the case, has there not been collusion between the persons concerned? B, directly or indirectly influencing in any manner or attempting to influence in any manner of the procurement contract. C, altering any procurement document with intent to influence the outcome of a tender process, and this includes but is not limited to A, forged arithmetic correction, or B, insertion of documents such as bid security or tax clearance certificate of this act. We are working with Auditor General, so over here. You see, management response at the time of audit was, management responded that they would consider the recommendations to deal directly with foreign manufacturers. Does it take an auditor to come and tell you that, hey, do it this way? Somebody in your office, go and buy me a watch. You gave the person 20 cedis, and the person came back and said, I couldn't buy a watch because it was too expensive. You would sit down and ask the person, hey, how much was a fish? How much was a wole? How much was the egg? Before you give an addition. And Honorable Digaf Pato would take that one.
Thank you, Chair. MD, this infraction is about an abandoned renovation project that from September 25th duration, that project should have been completed. A renovation work at Tema Regional Office, which was awarded some cost 1,448,700, 1,114,000 cedis were paid to the contractor. As at the time of the audit, the project has not been completed. And so the auditors recommended that you put expedite action to make sure that this project is completed for you. So I want to know, how far have you done with this? And number two, has the project been completed and put to proper use? Thank you.
Mr. Chair, Ted. The project delayed essentially because they were working while we still needed the office. So it slowed down the work, and prices escalated, and the contractor couldn't do the work. We have repackaged the project, and we are about to award it to a contractor to complete.
Chair, if I heard him right, he told the committee that the project has been repackaged and then will be re-awarded to the same contractor or a different contractor. And after repackaging, how much was the cost as at now?
So we had a tender. We had a tender among 5 contractors to do it. So it was not the same contractor that won the project. But they could not be awarded before we came in, the new management came in. And we think that we should go by the Public Procurement Act to now do public procurement, competitive procurement, repackage it, and send. So we started that process. The estimated cost now is about 5.4 million Ghana cedis.
Chair, there's something. 1.4 million now to 5 point. I leave it to you.
Yeah, so the original contract was 1.4, and then they revised it to 2.4 million. And So it's now 5.4 million. But the work was 75% completed at that time.
Mr. Chair, when we went in, we realized that some of the work that had been done has deteriorated further. The building has deteriorated further. This was 6 years ago. And you're not using the facility, it deteriorates. So that's the tragedy.
What was the main reason for the contractor not completing it? What was the main reason? Or what is the real reason?
Occasioned by, let me say, us and also by the contractor. Us because we didn't hand over a free building to the contractor. And then prices also escalated, so the contractor couldn't complete the work at the price, at the current, the then price. So it's a combination of factors.
At the time of the contract,
if we were doing that today, we will not do the same thing. We will not do it the same way.
I'm sorry?
So if we are doing that work today,
Everybody out of the building.
So what we've done is to move right the building ASAP, and we will make provision for that, providing temporal.
Let me move to the next infraction, ECG. The next infraction is on paragraph 209.
Has to do with items purchased not accounted for to the tune of 4,544,503 Ghana cedis. Chairman, items were to the amount that I mentioned earlier, and these items could not be traced. We are talking these items including vehicles and Samsung tablets, 100 of them, to the amount I mentioned. ECG failed to support the payment advice with store receipt advice. So you have the tables below. So what I want to ask is that can you confirm, because the auditors are saying that we could not ascertain the receipt, movement, and the usage, and could lead to inventory mismanagement. So the question I want to ask is, where are these items? Where are these items? That's my first question. List for the 100 tablets procured.
At the time of the audit, these items were not passed through our store system, but subsequent to that, the items were passed through the store system and necessary documents have been firmed up directly to the user units, and that's why we had the challenge. So the materials were delivered to the units or persons that were going to use it.
Let me, ECG, when we respond to infractions like this and the public are hearing, they will not take us serious. When we respond to infractions like this, you see, you procure items, and the items. When you procure items, so if the stores have not received it, and yet they were not in the hands of the stores, so where were these items at the time the audit was taking place? Where were the items? You see, you gave us discussions around this platform. It's not good. Nobody will manage your own company like this. Nobody, all of us sitting here, nobody will do that. So let's at least. So, Chairman, that's why the last time Honorable Montaka came here, he said that he wished that those who usually take these actions should be summoned, not my friend, the MD, who has just been appointed, and he's here answering all the questions. You know, so Chairman, I'll leave it to you, but I'm not impressed about the responses, particularly what the auditors have captured. It's bad. Everybody, we all know procurement. When you procure items, it ends up at the store. Chairman, I'll leave it to you. But it's unfortunate my friend is on the hot seat. The former MD should have been here.
Have those items been identified now?
Auditors can confirm or otherwise.
Yeah.
Yes, and the list has been provided to the auditors.
I need to find out from the auditors if what you are telling us is okay. Auditors, could you confirm, please?
Yes, Honorable Chair. So subsequently, they provided the SRS and the distribution list to attest to the fact that these items were received duly.
And Honorable Frankie Ebo will take care of that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This borders on non-competitive procurement to the tune of 2 million Ghana cedis. So I'm sure this one to be added to the list that will be sent to the Attorney General. But my worry is that there seems to be some kind of outstanding misunderstanding between ECG and the auditors. ECG, the auditors are saying that ECG, you come under a public procurement authority. ECG is saying that they are, that we know, moving forward, we know where we stand. So, MD, what is the status now?
Mr. Chair, is compliance with the PPA Act, whether ECG is covered by the Act or not. They support the contention that ECG is not covered, but only to the extent that it's using public funds. People have raised the question. The issue is we've passed that point because the minister and the board and management have all decided that we should use the Public Procurement Act. Yeah. Unless there's a substantive decision, court decision on the ruling, we will comply with the Act. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So the matter is settled for now. There's a test case. In the earlier answer you gave in respect of the abandoned project, you said that you are repackaging the project and award it to a contractor who can do the work. You mentioned that 5 contractors were invited. So did you use the Public Procurement Act in this particular procurement?
Mr. Chair, the Public Procurement Act allows for restrictive tendering, but you need to seek permission, approval to engage in restrictive tendering, and we did not. So we ruled that we did not comply, and that's why we have decided to re-tender the work.
What have you done so far in respect of the re-tendering? I just want to test what you said in respect of you complying with the Act. So if the work you're doing now is in compliance with the PPA or the Public Procurement Act, Act 663, then we will know that you're compliant. Then that will be, then the case is closed. So what actually are you doing in respect of repackaging this particular contract?
Mr. Chair, that tender was conducted and concluded in October 2024. The contract was not signed before we came in, and we decided we will not sign it. We've applied to the Public Procurement Authority. They will not give us any approval on anything yet until we receive the commitment authorization from the Finance Minister. We have applied for that through the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. They have forwarded that application to the ministry. We are waiting for authorization.
Well done, thank you. So finally, what was the content of the application you're seeking at PPA? Is it a restricted single source or what?
We have a number of...
this particular one. Yeah, I'm interested in just this one, not
no, for this
the
particular
rest.
one, we haven't sent any request to them yet because the ones we sent earlier, they have told us they will not give us any approval until we have the procurement commitment authorization. So we've held on.
So in effect, the abandoned project remains abandoned for now?
For now, today, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
ECG, the recommendation is that sanctions under Section 92 of the Public Procurement Act 2003, Act 663 as amended, should be applied to the officers involved. We also recommended that the management should always adhere to the provisions of the Procurement Act. And management's response was, yeah, we collect money from government, but hey, we are not, we are on our own. I'm adding this one to the Attorney General's cases. So, clerk, keep added to it, and auditors, note, they are going to meet the Attorney General. And all those people who were involved. Now, when it gets to Attorney General, make sure that you get them. If we've given them jobs before, we will get them. You can't create all this mess over here and then ask.
MD, this internally generated manual, the manual you've prepared internally, have you started using it or you haven't started?
ECG's board. Now that we've decided to go by the Act, our manual is irrelevant because the only document the board of the authority recognizes is the Act. So it's the manual is no longer applicable.
Oh, so that's it. Thank you. That's it. That's fine. Thank you.
Chairman, I just want to reiterate the point that there is a lot of rots in ECG. And then, Managing Director and the Minister, what strategies or measures are you putting in place to curb this gargantuan rot and stealing and corruption at the ECG? It's becoming too much. And then one public interest question. Ghanaians want me to ask you, the ECG boss, some private citizens have written to ECG demanding that the lands and houses of some of the substations being relocated. Your substations need to be relocated, and this getting, what are you doing to protect those land? And also, where is always Dumso in Kata Enclave and Denu area always?
Because he doesn't like you.
Every day, I have to be calling the minister. There is Kata Enclave and Denu always light off. What is happening?
Minister, is there a confirmation that Dumso is back, cannot cater in other places? Yes. That's quite interesting.
Ministry of Energy and Green Transition is concerned. Keta Denu has some challenges, and one she has actually considered. It has to do with the network line to those areas. It is on the, I'm not very technical in their case. Even when an issue happens and you go and improve the system with whichever means, the next day, so we have noted it, and it's part of our programs or the project that we want to undertake within next year, where we are going to be doing some remedial works, but the major work will be done within next year.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, consistently for about 2 months now, Enyinem and its environs experience a lot of what you claim you haven't seen, the Dumso. Consistently, every weekend when I go, I sleep in the dark.
So you send it there.
So, Minister, this is something that you should look at. We don't want to do politics with it. This is an issue that needs to be addressed. just last weekend, over the weekend, I was there. I was there on Friday, and usually it happens around 10 p.m., and then you sleep in the dark till the next day. And it's not just Etiwa East constituency. It happens in Fantiakwa South. It happens in Etiwa West. So it is not an isolated case. It's quite a number of the constituencies in the Buakwa region. And I think you should look at that. We keep calling the TAFO 24-hour thing. And so I believe that as we've had the opportunity to meet ECG and the Minister for Energy and Green Transition, we should make our case to you to see how best you can solve this problem. You claim it's something you haven't seen. It is not the doomsaw you have seen, but we think that it is that, whatever you want to describe it. All we want is for you to see how best you can address this for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, we have noted that all the areas that have those issues, ECG has taken notice. And Honorable Chair, you would agree with me. I think this one, once you have brought to my attention, just as the other one you brought to my attention, and I made sure it was fully resolved, this one too, we'll make sure that we'll resolve it.
I must state that it is true that the other time we're having some serious challenges with the electricity in our district's Etiwa East District office. And I drew your attention to it, and you fixed it for us. So I believe that just as I have drawn your attention to these things in these 3 or 4 Ebuakwa regions, you go ahead and do it again. A reset is changing everything, but I don't think that is what we are asking for. We are asking...
Madam, just to let you know, it's not doomsaw, it's doomsie.
Thank you. Thank you very much. ECGMD, so with all the procurement issues that we saw from your end, I need this clarification, and it's for the purposes for this committee's report and also for the general public. HAPTEL and their mobilization office at your end, has it helped?
Thank you, Madam Chair. ECG has moved to cashless, and we will not go back. So the concept is a good one, and we should all support it. In fact, because of that, most customers today, in the comfort of their bedroom, 2 a.m., you can buy your power, okay? And we are not going back. And we are deepening that, moving, transforming our operations. We're implementing an ERP that, we've been talking about transparency. We are improving that. Internal transparency, the way we work, we're changing that. And it's because we are in the age of AI. We can use technology to improve how we work and to improve our accountability. So we're seriously pursuing that. So we are not going back to the old days. Okay.
Well, thank you for this honesty. And I ask because this is an indigenous Ghanaian IT firm doing excellently well in the market. And for you, so that we can protect our own. Thank you very much.
You haven't heard,
No, the MD has indicated. The concept is good. It is just the process in which they were put on, they were actually enrolled, which wasn't done right. But even with currently, their rates have been negotiated. And I think that if we should follow up with it, it will help us. Thank you.
So we can have something that is good for us, but we can also question the price. Okay. Thank you.
The question about moving a transformer. Yes.
The land. Sorry. So, Mr. Chair, my Director of Operations just confirmed that it has come to our notice, so we will work on it. But let me also say that demand in Ghana is growing, and especially in Accra. And we will need land and we need space to reinforce our network to supply every customer. We will need to put our equipment somewhere. So we need to work with the public, or we will need a public.
Madam, sir, hold on for a minute. There's another question that I missed.
Yeah, a few months ago, containers containing cables were missing or were detected missing from your outfit.
Mr. Chair, I'm not sure that report is correct. Not from our outfit. I think the honorable member is referring to the report that the committee set up by not and with the ministry, and we have traced all the containers. And we have also given an analogy the last time, and I will try to do that again. That if I put 2,000 Ghana cedis on my wardrobe, and it's only 1,000 that is there, but if my wife comes back home and said, oh, I took your money when I was going to the market, then I have found my 1,000 that I said was missing. So we couldn't trace the containers, and later we set up a committee.
So just to add to it, I think this question, currently there's a committee that is ensuring the evacuation of all the identified containers. And I happen to chair that committee. So we are in the process of evacuating the identified containers. The truth is that where the containers were to be located, which the committee reported as cannot trace it, is it Aviance or, and it is seen in a different terminal. We can at this point say that you have it missing. It's been found, but initially when it was reported, they were not being located. But now, because they have to do another audit with the support of the Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, currently we've been able to evacuate over 1,000 containers and its items, and we are still in the process of evacuating all of them. We are working with the Ministry of Finance, the Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, the National Security, and then ECG itself. Those that we've identified, we should be able to send them to a location where, at the end of the day, we are yet to come out. Officially, we'll come out and with a report when we are done with evacuation. Thank you.
Please, what measure are you putting in place to ensure that this doesn't reoccur?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Needed, and the things arrive at the ports and we will not clear them. Expecting to arrive. We make provision when they arrive. Within the 14 days allowed, we take them out. That's what we're doing now. Every month, we don't have a lot of money, we're cash strapped, but it's cheaper for us to borrow money to clear the goods than leave them at the port. The demurrage is much higher than the interest we will pay. Thank you.
In addition, the ministry have also applied that ECG should only order for items that they need. In the past, we realized that there were over procurement, and some of the items that they procured at that point was not needed. So they also didn't see the need to immediately even evacuate them from the port. So now it is need-based. You only order for what you need. And with the Ministry of Finance, is a commitment authorization, I think that is also going to help to check the procurement processes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Minister, you and your team, you are discharged.
Thank you very much.
Now, we're calling Bui Power. Minister, you are not discharged. It's ECG. Okay. Okay, we Power, have you taken the oath, please? Okay, we Power, could you introduce yourself to the committee, please? We are still live on
of We Power Authority.
My name is Eric Sam. I'm the finance director. My name is Franklin Nana Adai, head of legal.
My name is Victoria Tabika, head of internal audit.
Okay, Bui Power, we would start your infractions on paragraph 332. And Honorable Bauer will take care of that one.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. B Power, your infraction relates to overdue power generation bills. And the amount is frightening. $153 United States dollars. And the auditors noted that you supply power to ECG. And the amount that the ECG is supposed to pay the B Power Authority in terms of your receivables, consistently, every year they reduce the amount of money that they are supposed to pay. And per the agreement, they are required to pay bills to B Power, at least. And in 2020, for instance, they paid 57% of the invoice amount. They decreased this in 2021 to 34%. And then they were so of Finance and the Ministry of Energy and management of ECG to ensure that the payments are made to significantly reduce the long overdue receivables from ECG. Can you walk us through the actions that you've taken with respect to this recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Consistently, we've been engaging the Ministry of Energy and the Ministry of Finance, and also the cash waterfall mechanism team, those responsible for the cash waterfall mechanism. But as has been explained today, sometimes as an organization, you have little control over this. But the good news is that as we speak, cash waterfall collection has improved, such that this year we are recording an average of about 53%. So that is the situation today. So we hope that the economy will be good and we will keep receiving better receipts from ECG. So that's where we are.
They've left the seat. They should have been here to answer this question. I mean, because if you pay the cash water every year, you come down. Meanwhile, you are selling the power. So it's a problem. So for now, you have for this year they have paid. What of the arrears? The arrears are 729.7 USD. You know, how are you getting that money?
I think somewhere last year, an arrangement was made for the Ministry of Finance to pay for certain projects we undertook. And the idea is that in a later time, it will be offset against ECG's indebtedness to us. So a little bit has been done, but we still have that large arrears with them.
So far, the projects that you undertook, how much have been paid for out of this?
So far, the Ministry of Finance has paid also in relation to some other loan obligations that we are not able to pay because of the reduction from ECG receipts.
Have you brought this to the attention of the auditors?
Yes, the auditors are perfectly aware of the payment that are made on our behalf.
Yes, Honorable Chair, we can confirm that.
Chairman, I think that should be all for me. I think there is now it will be a little over 300 left.
All right, thank you. I bet when ECG was here, you heard what they've been using the money for on cash waterfall. The next infraction is on paragraph 341, and Honorable Shirley Chair will take care of that one.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This infraction is to do with the BPA school. So the auditors noted that you were not keeping a separate account for your school at your Bui generating site, and that all the monies were lumped up in your one account. They recommended that you set up this recommendation.
Yes, so it's been outstanding.
This recommendation.
Yes, so it's been outstanding. But currently,
yes.
It's been...
We are in 2025, November.
Yes.
Is there a reason why it's delayed?
They didn't have the opportunity to approve before they exited. So now it is the next board meeting.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
I would like to leave it in your hands as to the timelines you would give them to report back to the committee on the progress of this. Thank you.
Thank you. What you said was you were going to get permission from the board.
Yes, previously, yes.
So you haven't opened the account?
That account has not been opened. But the new board, there's a resolution going to the new board to open the account.
What kind of resolution? Now, do you know they have to go to Control and Accountant General? Through Ministry of Finance. They get the account opened. Or you guys didn't know that?
Honorable Chair, the bank is saying that they need a board resolution before they can open the account.
It's controller and accountant.
Honorable.
Because you can't just go. The board gives you permission. You still can't set it up. Auditors will get you for it because you have to go through Control and Accountant General. Next one is on. The next infraction is on paragraph 346. Penalty on default of buyer's credit loan of $846,785 US. We recommended that management should ensure funds are made available through budget allocation to honor the authority's loan obligations. Management response was management will continue to engage with the Ministry of Finance on this matter to ensure the outstanding loan obligations are settled. What has happened to this?
Loan is being restructured by the Ministry of Finance. And as cash waterfall improves, we have a budgetary allocation, but with the improvement of cash waterfall, we should be able to pay some of these outstanding loans per the newly structured loan.
This was supposed to have been done in May and November of 2023. And the loan is being restructured.
No. As of 2023, the loan had not been restructured. But it was difficult for B Power to pay because cash waterfall inflows wasn't too good for B Power. But the current situation is that Ministry of Finance is restructuring the loan, and Power has also made a budgetary provision to pay the loan under the restructured loan.
What do you mean by they are restructuring the loan?
The loan payment was supposed to end in the year 2027. But as of, let's say, middle of this year, there was an outstanding of about 500 million. Yes, about 500 million plus, yes. So Exim Bank of China agreed with me the actual amount to be paid. But we have made a projection from the outstanding that we will set aside about $30 million every year to pay. But we are yet to get the actual amount that will be amortized for payment subsequently.
Now, Minister of Finance will have to bring it to Parliament.
Possibly so.
Anyway, that's not your issue. Okay. The next infraction is on paragraph 351, and Honorable Ahinkwa will take care of that one.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, this is about livelihood enhancement program. The BUI activities affected 816 people. And then per their appetitors, 660 have been settled, and we're giving some persons remaining that have not been sorted. So the auditors identified this and asked them to do the needful. But my question is, what informed that decision? 660 out of the 816 have been settled, and given all their packages in terms of enhancement, why the others?
Mr. Chairman, I'll let my Director Legal take that.
Mr. Chairman, this is a process. So it's a livelihood enhancement program. So it's a process that we are rolling out. So that was the first set of people, that's the project affected persons who were catered for. Just quite recently, we have rolled out another package. And we believe that, with time, we'll be able to cater for all the project affected persons under the LEAP program.
Have you faced some kind of agitations from those that have not been given?
Mr. Chairman, not really. We have a very strong community relations team that continuously interface with these project affected persons so that immediately there are any issues, they are able to bring it to the attention of management for resolution.
But in terms of settlement, they've all been settled.
Mr. Chairman, very, very well so.
That you are doing so that they will also have their relocating somebody from his comfort zone, no matter how dilapidated the structure he's inhabiting is, he feels comfortable. Once you move up your actions so that they can also be sorted. Okay? Thank you.
That 156 people who are quiet, don't take them for granted. Because when they've seen other people get their packages and they haven't gotten theirs, I still pray that they'll have some patience, but don't take them for granted. Hurry up and give them what they have to get. Yes, madam. We are there now. Okay, Honorable Minister, we are done with We Power. Is Valco Trust Fund around? Any other people?
Valco Trust Fund is here.
Okay, so then they should come then.
Sapon James, Head of Accounts and Finance.
Mohammed Gazeda Abubakar, Acting Executive Director, Valco Trust Fund.
Unremitted taxes
to the tune of 142,400. The details have been outlined here. But when the auditors contacted management, the accountant explained that the projects were ongoing and management decided to use the unremitted withholding taxes to support the payment candidate with you. So they recommended that you must make sure that money was paid to GRA and evidence of payment shown accordingly. Have you done that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. A total of 85,399 Ghana cedis has been paid, and there are plans underway. By the end of the year, the fund will complete
such a payment.
Honorable Chair, per our last verification, they had paid 36,998.26 with a remaining balance of 105,001 cedis .74.
Mr. Chief Executive, indicated that you paid 85,000 to pay the money.
We have the receipts here that will be tendered into the auditors for confirmation.
Do you still have the receipt with you now as we speak?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Does it mean that you made an earlier payment of 36,000 and after that you did others?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
What prevented you from?
As at the time, that payment was not made. But later, July this year, we started making the subsequent payments to make up to this 80.
So my question is, in the past, the payment was not made. Agreed. Now that you have made the effort, why haven't you handed over the receipt to the auditors as demanded?
Mr. Chair's advice, we're not able to tender it to the auditors before coming to this committee. And with the permission of the committee and Mr. Chairman, we'll do that after this meeting.
Oh, so it means that you don't have it here?
I have the receipts here, but because we are in process of...
Once you have it, give it to them straight away. Do that to confirm that you have paid 85,000. Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, you can't decide on when you want to pay the unremitted taxes. You have 15 days. Do you get paid through consolidated funds?
No, Mr. Chairman.
So those of us who get paid through consolidated funds, we need to wait till December. For you, infraction is on.
Noted, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. The next infraction is on paragraph 2A6, and Honorable Shirley Chair will take care of that.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. This is to do with the outstanding staff indebtedness to the tune of 52,497. When the auditors raised this, and this dates back to 2021, and let's just keep in mind that this is a 2023 report. So what I know is there should have been a way of these employees paying that amount that they owe the fund within a year. But as of 2023, they had not paid. What is alarming is the management's response that you gave. You gave a response that in the case of Josephine McLomote and John Ofori Mante, they were awaiting judgment with the National Labor Commission with regards to their redundancy, and then deductions will be made from that. The next is Evans Kankam stealing and forgery of signature, and the fund shall recover the amounts. I don't know how we got this, like this was undetected I don't know what due diligence you did for someone to be forging people's signatures. I would like you to throw more light on these. And finally, Dorothy Etuamensa is also suing you guys for unfair dismissal, so you are unable to recover the fund. With these 4 people, you've left out Elizabeth Simpson, who is owing you 22,000. She's owing indebtedness of over 9,000 Ghana cedis. Can you please tell the committee the responses that you gave with regards to the 4 employees? Can you give us an update on it? And the 2 that you didn't respond on, can you inform the committee on what you've done about them? Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Concerning the employees, Josephine Makilomote and the amount was withheld when their benefit. The amount was withheld when we were paying their redundancy package. So that one, Josephine Makilomote and Joseph Oforimante, John Oforimante, sorry, amount has been paid. Concerning Mr. Boabeng, it was a system error. When he was going on retirement, the amount was withheld from his provident fund, but the amount wasn't captured when they were doing the entries. So upon revisiting his redundancy package payment schedule, we found it out that the amount was withheld. So we have done the rightful deduction.
When you say this, and
Mr. Chair, no. So that one to also be tendered in evidence for them.
So I asked a question about before his employment. I mean, can you throw more light on how we got ourselves into this?
Mr. Chair, Evans Kankam was employed by the previous ED, and I think that issue was also committed under the same leadership, and he was the very person that reported the case to court. I can't really tell the due diligence that was done before OB.
Elizabeth Simpson, you didn't comment on her. You still haven't given me any response with regards to her 22,000 indebtedness.
Mr. Chair, thank you very much. Concerning Elizabeth Simpson, upon the drawing of our attention from the auditors, we wrote to her for her to confirm that what they are saying was true. Upon the feedback we received from her, it means that there has been some conflicting issues, because he is indicating that at the time he was going on retirement, he has already settled the amount up. It was true that such provisions wasn't made when they were doing the payment. So we are still going through records to find out that whether it's a system error, she paid and it wasn't deducted, or whether what she is saying is true. So we are on it.
This dates back 2021. This is a 2023 auditor's report. We are in 2025. So how much longer do you guys need to bring closure to this?
Mr. Chair, I can assure the committee that before the before the end of the year, we'll be able to conclude on this.
Honorable Chair,
with regards to the fraud and then the falsification of signatures, those involved will be made to know that their issue is pending before court. And here the auditors are saying the monies involved should be recouped. So in case they comply and then pay the monies, what will happen to the issues that are before court?
Whatever the case will end.
Okay, Minister. Now, finally, you are discharged. And the fund is also discharged. Thank you very much for appearing before us.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. We thank you.
Honourable Minister, on behalf of the committee and its members and the Secretariat, we are very, very grateful to you for attending upon us. I mean, it's been a long journey with us today, but thank you for sitting through to the end. And we hope that all the commitments that the very get value for money and also the efficient utilization of our public finances. So thank you very much, Minister. Members, tomorrow we have Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Under that, you have GIADEC and the Office of the Administrator of Two Lands and Forestry Commission, Lands Commission, and Minerals Commission. We also have Ministry of Food and Agric. Under Ministry of Food and Agric, we have Ghana Cocoa Board, Grains and Legumes Development Board, the Ghana Irrigation Development Authority. We have Ministry of Finance. Under that, it's SIGA, Minerals Income Investment Fund, NDPC, National Insurance Commission, Venture Capital, National Lottery Authority, GIF, Internal Audit Agency, FIC, and FIC, yes. And we also have Ministry of Roads and Highways, Ministry of Transport. Under Ministry of Transport, we have Ghana Airports, Ghana Shippers Council, Ghana Shippers Authority, Ghana Maritime Authority, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, Airports Clinic Ghana, Aviation Social Center, and Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, and the PSC Tema Shipyard. We also have the Ministry of Defense. Under that, we have Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training. We also have these two boards under Ministry of Transport, which is the Volta Lake Transport Company and Ghana Railway Development Authority. So on this note, we'd like to bring our meeting to an end, and thank you so much, the auditors, the Secretariat, and members of the Public Accounts Committee. Thank you. Obviously, the media, without you, people can't see and appreciate what we do. So thank you so much. We are in this with you.